Hello, hi everybody. Good night here in Europe. Here we are one more time in this Los Amigos de Angie, Angie's friends. Finally, we going to have a live in English only. I might say few words in Spanish, but that's okay. I'm honored. I'm really honored today because the guest we have tonight is an amazing woman. Is an artist, eco-friendly traveler, and she really inspires quite a lot. Especially since I started to know her, I feel really inspired for her. And she was so kind to accept this invitation to have a chat, a conversation on this platform. Olga, also known as Ginger, I hope I'm pronouncing right her um, name, her artistic name. She has decided to start this journal in colors, doing a lot of watercolor paintings, and that's how I met her. So we're gonna go through all of that. Just before, I just want to say everybody that is amazing to see all of you connected. Amazing to see how this a small family is growing and is becoming stronger. It's really nice. I really appreciate all your messages, all the support, and motivation you give me every day to do this. I enjoy a lot and I'm learning so much on this account. I really enjoy it. But anyway, tonight, we are here to learn more about a watercolor artist. So gonna, before I send an invitation um, to Olga, I just want to remind everybody this is a live. I hope tonight Wi-Fi is becoming my best friend and there is no any problems. But if there are, well, this is live and this is live. So anyway, I'm gonna start with Olga, and I will wave all of you guys. Thanks everybody who is already here. Seriously, that's amazing. So, where is Olga? Let me see. Here she is. Just be patient with me, and I'm sending the request now. So, I hope you are having a good week. Happy Friday.
Hi,
Olga,
hi.
hello.
Can you see me? Can
I
you
Yes, I can
hear
see
me?
you. Can you see me?
Perfect. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yes.
Perfect, me too. So, well, how are you, Olga? How is
I'm
everything?
fine, fine. Thank you. Thanks. How about you?
Oh, I'm so happy. You can't believe it. I'm so excited. I'm so happy because you are my guest of honor, really.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, because it is the first live I'm preparing, and it's the first live in English. I know
Oh,
you don't
nice.
have problems in almost few languages. But yes, it's amazing to, have this conversation finally in English that a lot of people were asking for.
All
So,
right. All right.
yes,
Nice. Nice.
I really want to thank you, Olga, in front of everybody because it is very special for me to have a guest that even though we haven't met personally,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna talk about how we are connected. Um, it is so beautiful to know you and know your work, your
Thanks a
artwork,
lot. Thank
and
you.
all the other things you also do that inspire a lot of people. So well done for all of that, and
Thank you.
you're
Thanks.
welcome. And
I'm
yes,
I'm actually very happy to be here as well. So it's very, as like I mentioned once, it's very new for me, even though I'm like relatively old on Instagram, but I've never done it, to be honest.
Oh,
like like a sort of like life with another person. So it's very very nice. I'm really excited as well. Thank
great.
you.
So, for me, it's even more special because, this is the first live for you. So,
Mhm.
just, feel comfortable. This is a conversation really, to know you, to know your artwork, and just, to have the opportunity to get closer with people so they can really understand who is the person behind that image we normally see on Instagram, that person who, in your case, is a watercolor artist, who that person really is. So this
Okay.
is a great opportunity to also talk about that, and lots of different things we're gonna go through.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
And Olga, I think it's fair, to start mentioning how we met, right?
That's actually true. Yes.
Yes, because you know, um, Olga and I, we haven't met personally. Everything has been through a customer and painter. It was, I think it was May when I was
Mhm.
trying to find a good present for my husband, for Mustafa. And I wanted to give him a very special, meaningful present. So I went to Etsy
Mhm.
and I found the present for him. I was really looking something about Jazz because
Mhm.
Jazz is the city where his family is from. But
Okay.
well, some part of his family has a big family.
Mhm.
Um, but then I found this Chekhov Sotom Palace
Mhm.
watercolor, and I couldn't believe it. So I just decided, yeah, this is the present I want. So I ordered, and since you got in touch with me, you were so so thoughtful, really nice, and
Thank
and
you.
and then I just decided to make another purchase for my
Yeah.
parents. That was another watercolor painting, and this case was for about France, Montmartre, I think it
I
was.
think yes, it was Montmartre. Yes. Yes.
And yes, it was so special because it was one of the first trips we did with all my family and my best
Mhm.
friend and my husband.
Mhm.
So it was a very special place that I thought probably that can mean a lot for my family, for my parents,
All right.
and that's what it was. So yes, that's how we met. If I
Yeah, and
remember.
it was actually very I couldn't believe that. I mean, because I love Iran and we traveled there. We have very good friends from there, and it's just
Amazing.
an amazing place. And when I actually posted that painting, because my husband also tells me, listen, you just post like draw as much as you like, as like draw as many places as we've seen, because it's nice. You never know who's going to like it. And I said, all right, but Iran is a very particular, and not a lot of people go there, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, actually. And and I was very surprised when you bought it, because I said, and then when you wrote actually that it was very special for you because of your husband, and it really really means a lot, because it's very it's a very specific and particular present. And
Yes.
obviously I was extremely happy when you decided to buy Paris for your parents. It was very sweet.
Yes, I couldn't help myself. I was just trying to find more birthdays and or anniversaries of something to get more stuff, to be honest.
So sweet.
So yes, so for everybody, this is how we met, Olga and I think it's very special. It's magical because you never know, especially nowadays with all these sort of connections, Zoom, Teams, Microsoft Teams, lots of live videos like right
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
I think it becomes quite normal. People start to make connection this way,
Yeah.
and it has a very positive impact, I will say.
Mhm. Mhm. I agree. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Um, so, Olga, I think we're going to start with some questions that I
All right.
prepared for you.
All
Really
right.
easy questions. and it's just to know you better.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's fair. I think it's fair, although it seems to be a typical question. But I would like you to take us, all of us, to this colorful journey. You know, when everything started for you.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a clue. I was, doing my searching about you,
Homework.
my homework, and yes, and I find out that when you were very little, probably 6 or 7 years old, you sent to your mom a special postcard. Is that right?
Yeah, well, actually, I don't want to have I don't want to people to have this opinion that like I've been an artist since I was a kid. No, I wasn't, and I
Okay.
haven't been. But I was a normal, like ordinary child that used to draw like everyone. Like I still remember I used to draw even like on my walls.
Mhm.
And my mom said, okay, whatever, just do whatever you need, we'll paint them. But some years ago, actually, I found when I went to visit my parents, they live in Russia. Um, I live in Malta, by the way, so just I will guide you a bit. So I went to meet my parents, and I started to go through my postcards, my paintings, like old ones, and I found out that my mom kept some of my old postcards. They were very, like when paper becomes yellowish a bit,
Oh,
and it was very
very
sweet.
vintage.
Exactly. And I found there was like, and I said, I couldn't believe. So, you know how kids generally, we draw, like when we used to draw just flowers, maybe some present, like, and say happy birthday,
Houses,
mom.
homes.
So,
Yeah.
yes. I instead, and I remember, and it's fantastic because I was born in Kazakhstan. Back then it was Soviet Union. By the way, this is from my hometown, from
Oh,
Kazakhstan, yes.
oh, yeah, it's beautiful over there.
But I have like two homelands, let's say Russia and Kazakhstan, so that's
Hmm.
why. And it was back then, and I had like my room, and I had like a table, like a desk, and the window right in front. And I said, I don't know why I decided. So I drew a postcard with my table, with things that I had on my table. I had a vase, some flowers, um, some toys, and the window, and the view from the window. So there were trees and there were some cars. And I drew exactly as it was. Like, I
Oh,
mean, childish style.
of course.
And I wrote like I thought it was for my mom's birthday. so I said back then I started doing like these live sketches, from real life, from location. It
Okay.
was very funny. I mean, and it's nice that my mom kept them. So
And you were just six,
I
seven?
think something like 7, maybe, yes, maybe 8. I don't know, something like that.
Wow. Wow, amazing.
But I never I studied in art school, but I was dancing. I was studying ballet, so I was a very very lousy drawer. Like I mean, like like sketcher. I had bad marks at school, so I used to ask my classmates because I had like a classmate. She used to draw very nicely, neatly, and she would do the things for me because I couldn't. I wasn't able. And when I was when I started university, I was studying my first university. I was studying art school, like art history,
Uh-huh.
and because I always liked art. And at the point when I was 18, I said, maybe it's time for me to at least know how to draw basics,
Uh-huh.
just something very very basic. And I remember back then I told my mom, look, I would like to attend some, like, private lessons, maybe just a studio. I found a studio, an amazing teacher. And my mom was like, okay, but like, she was like, are you sure?
Oh, parents, how they are.
No, but my parents are amazing in this because whatever I wanted to start,
Oh,
any
that's so
sport,
good.
any whatever, they said, okay, if
Mm.
you're sure, go.
Hmm.
And only now my mom actually told me this.
As,
Like
oh,
she told back then she told my father, my stepfather, like, are we sure that she wants to do that? And my stepfather, look, just, leave her. Whatever she wants, she does.
just gonna do it anyway.
Yes. And nothing. I started attending these private lessons just, to understand basics of colors, of, shapes and light and shadows. And I had a very nice teacher. And I remember when I brought my very, very first painting that my mom has, um, she, like, literally couldn't believe. She refused to believe that I actually could do that.
Oh
And she
wow.
said no. But it was very basic. It's just, like a vase and a peach or an apple, something like that. And that's it. But it didn't last long. I just went for some months. And well, yeah, then I moved to Prague actually, hoping that I would study art at the university there because there are very good universities. I was kicked out from many.
No way. What do
So
you do?
no, I wasn't even like, they didn't even want to enroll me because I brought like pile of my paintings, different ones, oil paintings, watercolors, whatever you can imagine. I brought them, and they would say, they're nice, but you know.
Oh
And
no.
I said, well, okay, I tried one. Then I was attending some classes, which were very nice, like portrait classes. For the whole year, I was just drawing portraits. And even though I was attending at the same, it was a college. Um, then eventually, they said, well, thank you, but no thank you. We
Oh,
don't want you here. Now, like,
oh, so disappointed.
eventually, I I was actually happy that I was never enrolled or accepted to these art universities because
Hmm.
then I studied something different, and I enjoyed it a lot. But I never stopped drawing or painting. Um,
Good for you. Yeah.
like I said, well, whatever.
Yeah.
Like they had different styles, they had different understanding of art probably, and I said, well, okay, it's fine. Sort of. Um, it doesn't mean that art should stop there. So that's it.
Well, that's amazing you took it that way, Olga, because for many people it is difficult when you get this sort of no, no, no,
Rejection.
the rejections, it is so difficult to get the energy back and keep going. You get a lot of rejections, disappointments, and that sometimes affects your confidence. You think you don't should really be here if you don't have the support of the industry, the
Mm-hmm.
professionals. And so well done you that you decided
Thank you.
to
Thanks.
go ahead and look. Right now you are where you are because you didn't listen to sort of signs. You were just
Mm-mm-mm.
focusing on what you really wanted to do. So
Exactly.
that's really
Exactly.
good. And I don't know how, but you, at some point, you decided to create this space that is called Ginger. Is Ginger the
It's like Gingerio. Yes, it's a
Gingerio?
very strange name.
So it's like more like Italian pronunciation. So
No,
no?
no.
Okay.
It actually derives from ginger because I initially wanted to have it as a ginger because of me, but it wasn't
Because of your
available.
beautiful hair.
Thank you. It wasn't available, so it was like I was just plain. I didn't want to have very long name, and I was just plain. And I said, okay, let's just add some, as if I'm singing gingerio, like ginger.
Okay,
That's
okay.
it.
So that's the story behind the artistic name
Yes,
that represents you in all the social media, and
yes,
it's like your identity in terms of your designs, your paintings, and everything.
yes. Now, yes, I'm not gonna change it because it's already stuck
It
there,
is
and
there
it's
exactly.
yes.
And there is also a really nice logo that you made. It is like a little girl, and you
Mm-hmm.
recently just meant something, and
Mm-hmm.
you added a beret on that little
Yes,
girl.
yes.
And I think there is a story behind that little kid wearing a beret.
Yes, because but my mom told me that I made it up.
Really?
I
So probably you dream it.
I don't know. I'm still checking all this information because I'm pretty sure I had when I was a kid. I had beret, like different ones, and I even remember once I had the black one. But my mom said, "I think you're mixing up something." I never bought you anything like that, but I like them a lot. Initially, my Instagram account started as for languages, and there was I created like a girl holding a book, but I drew it actually. It's like a watercolor drawing of a girl holding a book, sort of like as if she's studying.
Hmm.
And I really like that girl. She's very she's like a small representation of myself. And now I thought, how can I amend it a little bit, but still keep her the same way?
Hmm.
And I just added a brush and the hat. And probably my best friend told me, I think that this girl grew up a little bit. I said, yes, maybe.
She's more mature.
Exactly. But I still prefer to leave her as a child because um, that's important for me in everything I do to have this childish view on things
I was
because it
just
helps
about
a
to
lot.
say that,
Mm-hmm.
to honor the child that we all have inside, especially as women, honor that girl, that little girl inside us is
Mm-hmm.
so important because
Mm-hmm.
it gives the opportunity to creation, to be innocent, but at the same time curious, and at the same time,
Exactly.
humbled, and it's a lot of things that having um, a kid, a girl as a logo it represents quite a lot, especially in art, because it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of creation.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, we were talking about your your journey, like how you became an artist. Uh, and as far as I know, you kept lots of diaries.
Ah, yes.
You have
Yes.
quite a lot of them.
Yes, I
Um,
have. Uh-huh.
and I found out that you kept these diaries, that also there are travel sketches,
Mm-hmm.
um, since you were very, very young. And everything is connected to your style of life, your travels, the things you do, the things you think. And I have some questions about the travel
Yeah.
sketches. So one of them is, how old were you when you started to,
To
collect
paint
this
them.
or start these journals? And how do you find time when you are traveling to, when you're traveling
Um,
for drawing? Because one of the things I always want to do when I'm traveling is, have a time to write everything down.
mm-hmm.
And I'm failing because I can't do it. I do it probably the first days, but then
Mm-hmm.
that's it. I don't have time. So tell us, how do you do it? Any tip will be very useful.
Um, I started, I don't know, I think when I was, well, around like 12 years ago. I
Hmm.
wasn't very like young. I was like around when I was 12, 20, 22 maybe. It started like this, it's just because I always kept diaries, any diary. Like I used to write and I still keep them, like very old ones as well. And I used to like to put some notes, some stickers, some little touch. Then I started just to, I don't know, if I had like a nice soup, I would draw a small bowl of soup like in my diary and write that this soup I had, I don't know, in Lithuania. And then it started slowly, slowly. And hi, there's someone.
Yes.
and and then I was just at the point. I remember we were traveling. because we were traveling around the world with my husband, and I think it was either Vietnam or China. And I was just buying supplies. I still have my brush, the best brush that I ever bought. It's from China. I still have it, and it's my favorite. And
Oh
I used
wow.
to buy, like, different things, paper, and and my husband said, "Listen, that would be nice if you actually sketched, like, all these places that we see." And I said, mm-hmm, that would be nice. But back then, I already started keeping, like, small diaries, for example, I don't know, about Italy. I would collect tickets, even, like, like sugar that they give you at the bar. Like, if there's
Yeah.
something,
The tickets to
pretty, I
go to
would.
the museums or
Exactly,
yes.
exactly. It was more like a scrapbook, and eventually I turned it into my normal diary, but with different sketches. So, and it's a sort of, it's normality now. Like, even if we go, I don't know, like last year, I think it was, we went in Russia, like in Siberia, we were like going in the mountains. I still took my like my small sketchbook, and like, it's normal. I have to, at some point, I have to sit down and I have to sketch something, whatever there is.
Hmm.
And I think it's, while you travel, it's just, how to say, I like to take photos as well, because these are also memories. But and photos are even different. You can take it
Yes.
from one angle, I can take it from another. But when I sketch, there is so much atmosphere and there is so much personal, because
Hmm.
like, I see it that way. And I love different sketchers, like,
Hmm.
you see that person maybe saw the same thing, but he or she sketched it totally differently.
Yeah.
And it's nice. You don't have to do it like, you don't have to do it like a, like, sort of, a masterpiece out of this. It's enough just to have, I don't know, a pencil or pen. I always take a pen. If I don't have time for watercolors immediately, I always do it either like this. Either I do it firstly with watercolors, and then I touch, like, I add some touches with my pen, or vice versa. But
Okay.
it's like, it's nice just, quickly. I think it was in India. Yes, it was in India. At the point we were going, like, with tuk-tuk, and I was just like sketching whatever I could, like a driver. But it was fun, because then you open it after years and you see it and you say, ah, that's right, that was funny. So
Yeah. And it's, I think, a different way to remember things,
mm-hmm.
like going in India in that tuk all the time
Yeah.
jumping, and it's something that we easily can just forget until we experience something similar.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Mm-hmm.
open your diary and you find all these things. I think it's just amazing, because um, it's just how you can create your point of view from your travels that it will be only for you. I will only take
Exactly.
you to that very moment. And it's great. Your husband is giving you really good ideas. I mean,
Yes.
put that painting of Isfahan on Etsy. Keep your diaries. That's amazing. And yeah, if he has these sort of advices, just keep listening.
Because, like, the begin it's I think it's with a lot of artists, probably, but I maybe not even artists, a lot of people. My husband is more like strategical, like, promoting, or like, you have to do like this to like, this is, I'm like, okay, well, yes, maybe it's good. I'm telling you, like, to be honest.
You're a good team, though. That's
Yes,
good.
thank God. Yes, I'm very grateful for that. Only recently I finally could actually say, okay, maybe I can call myself an artist, because my very good friend, she said, "You're so strange, because you're selling your paintings. you're like, you actually, I was actually a teacher as well at the art school back in Prague, and you
Wow.
still don't think that you are an artist. I said,
Oh,
no.
wow.
So it was quite, hard for me to like admit it for
Recognize
me.
who you
Exactly,
are.
recognize
Yes,
exactly.
I think it's always hard for everybody. It's not something easy, even though people say how good you are, how amazing you are, the great things you do. Sometimes it takes our own, we sabotage ourselves,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
and
exactly.
and that's the worst thing. Sometimes we are the worst enemy, because we try to, you know, just keep it hidden and not really blooming as we should.
Exactly.
Uh, but yes, that's amazing, Olga, and it also teaches a lot as an artist, as a person, how we see things and we experience things,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
um, and I don't know, probably some people who are connected. And by the way, hello to everybody. I know
Yes.
they are, sorry guys, this conversation is so amazing that I'm forgetting to say hi. And I'm just gonna say hi. I'm not sure if everybody's still there, but Bianca Gaza, who is Iranian. My parents
Oh,
are
how
also
sweet.
connected.
Oh, how sweet.
Yes, my husband, Ismail, Gerald, who is a friend from Spain, Milna Faye, not sure, Lucas Frodelli, Melfi, who is also a friend from Madrid, and she's from Bolivia. Her name is
Oh, how sweet.
Alejandra. Olivia, who is from Germany. Larissa, Chris, my cousin. Final Spy, I don't know him. My friend Remeline, and MB Dance, Shani, Marisa, Jazz, and Mirejo. So, everybody,
Hi.
hi, and thank you for being here. Seriously, it is great to have you. And obviously, guys, if you have any questions, you can send questions, or you can do any comments. You can send questions for Olga. If you want to know specific things, please just let us know. And Olga, well, probably the people who are connected, maybe they don't know, but yeah, besos, Marisa. um, you speak, Olga. So, well, let me
Six,
start.
six, yes.
Six. Okay, let me start again. I am very impressed. I admire it so much, and I'm so jealous. So everything at the same time, because you speak, okay, not seven, sorry, six, six languages. You speak Russian, your mother
I speak
tongue.
Russian, yeah, Italian, English, Czech, because I used to live in the Czech Republic, Spanish and German. These year I started French, but I have to admit I dropped it. I'm sorry. I was so overwhelmed. It's a beautiful language. I was very overwhelmed, and perhaps I will continue one day,
Of
but not
course.
now. Not
Yeah,
now.
no. And you have, different projects as well. You have, um, we're gonna talk about your most recent project about, the objects and the designs you are producing now. But obviously, you love languages. You really like to learn languages,
Mm-hmm.
and also you travel a lot. You've been in around 54 countries, is that correct? Imagine
Yes, that's correct.
54 countries. So that's also where I'm a bit jealous. And people say that you can't be jealous in a good
You
way, but
can.
but you
It's a
can.
good.
It's a
Yes.
good jealousy. So
Exactly.
it's and really keep going. You were just
Exactly.
saying that you managed to travel this year quite, to a few countries.
Yes, I was lucky.
Very lucky, and also it is in the year of the pandemic, COVID 2020. And if you have the opportunity to travel, even better. Good for you, seriously.
Thank you.
And obviously, you being, and this is a very unfair question because every time that I travel, I like every single place that I am visiting. But I would like you to just make some highlights of places you've been, perhaps the ones that you lived, you studied, you
Mm-hmm.
visit, and you are the most inspired by these places.
It's getting harder and harder every
Yeah.
time. It's like, it's very hard. I spent 5 years and I studied university in Prague, which is I
Beautiful
love
city.
that city. I really love it. Italy obviously is like my third hometown, like homeland, because my husband is from Italy. Um, but like whenever people ask me what is the like top countries that you still even after 50 plus countries that you visit, what is the top? For me, the very first country is China.
Wow.
I just love it. In fact, today I was talking to a person from China. I said we traveled there the whole month, like backpacking. We started from one side of China and finished in another one. And I just, I loved it. At the point we even wanted to move there.
Really?
Yes, but not now. As I told you, Iran is just amazing. We met amazing people. We're still in touch.
Yeah.
Our very good friends are from there, and the culture, like everything,
Yeah.
is just amazing. And it's like at the point I thought it's such a pity that, and in fact I told people in the blog as well that it's such a pity that people don't know much about this country.
Yes.
But then I said, maybe it's for the best because I've become very,
It is very
greedy.
authentic. It's
Exactly.
very, different, unique.
Exactly.
I'm gonna ask you to hold about Iran a little
Mm-hmm.
bit because I do have a question just about Iran.
Mm-hmm.
But it is amazing that you mentioned, China, because there is, I've never been in China,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it has so much to offer.
Mm-hmm.
And from West, we don't really sometimes understand very well the culture, and how everything works there, and the beauty and the culture there is so rich that
Mm-hmm.
it's unbelievable. So it is great to have this sort of destinies that they are not the typical ones, the
Yeah.
traditional ones, like everybody normally say France, Spain,
Yes.
Italy. That obviously they are beautiful, but we are in times that we have the opportunity to travel to different places. So um, it is great to also highlight these
Mm-hmm.
places too. But currently,
Mm-hmm.
you just mentioned before at the beginning, you live in Malta
Mm-hmm.
for about 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah.
it's actually precisely 4 years.
Oh,
Yes, now.
okay. So I'm doing very well my homework. So, um, so you've been there 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
and already there was an exhibition. Well, last year in summer there was
Mm-hmm.
an exhibition, called Malta in Splashes,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes,
And it
actually,
was
yes.
and it was celebrated in Palazzo de Piro in
Exactly, yes.
Medina.
I even have this one. It's like it was
Oh,
the brochure. Like
oh,
it's
amazing!
huge. Yeah. I
It's so
kept it.
beautiful with
Thank you.
all your paintings.
Exactly.
Because also, your paintings, you were part of this exhibition, because during the at that time, the last those 3 years, you were painting Maltese landscape,
Mhm.
fruit and vegetable, lots of
Mhm.
lemons and peppers, and it seems to me that people in Malta really appreciate what you were doing, because they asked you to be part of this exhibition. Um, I don't know if you can tell us how it feels when, in a very short period of time, um, your artwork is appreciating that way that they are asking you to be part of a very important exhibition in Medina. That is a beautiful place, a
My
medieval city.
favorite, yes,
My
yes,
favorite too. It's I've been in Malta, and it's just it takes my breath away. That place it's just
yeah.
beautiful. It seems like you are in the Middle East, and you are just
That's true, actually. That's true. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
and you are just in a Mediterranean island. So could you tell us a little bit how it feels as an artist and how it feels as a person to have that support of the community that is around you?
Um, it started basically. I got like an offer to have this exhibition. Oh, and I was like, I'm not sure because I didn't have paintings. So I had to start everything because I kept
Okay.
my diaries, and people used to see my diaries again, art sketches and like um, sketchbooks and everything. But like to have an exhibition, you should have like proper painting, like
Hmm.
framed and like to think about what you're gonna. And I didn't say I was flattered, but I didn't say yes from the very beginning. I said, "Listen, I have to think about." And I
Very
thought about.
cautious. That's good.
Yes, I was very very close to say no because I said it was so. Imagine it was 2018 October or November, like, and I was supposed to start 2019 July. So technically, I had enough time, but
Hmm.
I travel, I work, I have other things, and I was like, I'm not sure. But then again, I was talking to my husband, taking like just these decisions and everything, and said, okay, I will do that because it's going to be about Malta. People that visit Medina, they really like the place itself, and most likely they would be happy to see something about Malta
Hmm.
in like in this particular place. And then it started. I created. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. Around 25, I think, 23, something like that. Paintings, different sizes. Some of them were like big, like then some of them are small. And I was extremely nervous. Like the opening, I don't know. I was very happy because a lot of people came, and even people that I didn't know, and they said like it's so lovely, like. And
Hmm.
but I was so nervous.
Overwhelmed, nervous. Yes.
Extremely, extremely. My friend, for example, my husband, I was like, like, just standing and laughing. I didn't eat anything because we had some, canapes and
Yeah.
drinks. I couldn't.
Oh, the premiere, you couldn't eat it because you
No,
were so
no.
nervous. Oh my goodness.
Plus, two of the paintings actually were sold before the exhibition, but I still put them, like, with label sold. And it was very nice because I was happy. And at the presentation, basically, people bought at least like five, something like that. And it was so, it was an amazing experience because uh, I would be happy. Like, to be honest with you, even if no one bought my paintings, I would be still happy.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like. Uh, it's a good experience. It's a nice, it was a nice atmosphere. Plus, I really liked. I saw when I created my paintings, I saw exactly what frames I wanted for them, and I found the place where they did them, and they were perfect. So I was
Oh.
just, admiring the fact that it's so nice. The colors are perfect of these frames, and but then the fact that people actually bought pages, I was shocked. And I remember I was like somewhere around here, and someone called me from Palazzo de Piro and said like, listen, there is a lady, she would like to buy a painting. Um, She's Russian. I said, okay. And they're like, we're going to put you through. They put me through. She was like, I want this painting. I like it. I want it now. How can I do this? I said, listen, just pay them. They're going to give me money back. No worries, just pay them. And she took it, you know, it was, and I love that. It was with figs, you know, like they
Oh
were
yes.
colorful, yes. And I still have another one actually. I did the
Yeah, I
copy.
have seen some of your paintings, your fixed paintings. Beautiful. Yes, really,
Thank
really
you.
nice.
And I was very happy, you know. Or like some people, like my acquaintances, they bought a very small one because they are from that city that I painted, and they said like we would like to have it, you know, at home. So it's like nice, and it was nice. It was extremely, extremely nice, and um, it it brought some publicity. Obviously, some people
Yes.
started writing. They ordered some, you know, commissioned paintings, like maybe some prints as well. I sold some to Australia as well. So because
Wow.
it was it was a very good experience. And um, the entrance, I kept a book, like actually like a notebook I bought back in India. It's all colorful, and I kept it there so people would write their comments,
Oh,
and it's
amazing.
so nice. I kept it, and then I started reading, you know, like nice words, and some people actually sketched there something, so it was very nice as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was a lovely experience. Yeah,
Wow.
um, I really enjoyed it, and I was very happy because and lucky, because instead of having it for 1 month, only July, I had it also for August. So
Oh,
it
they
was like,
extended.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
wow. Yes.
So it was like, you know, for 2 months, and
It
it
was
was.
a successful event then.
I think my also because I think they didn't have another artist, to be honest. But they said, listen, we would like instead of, you know, we would like to keep them. So why not? I said that's actually nice. So.
Very nice.
Hmm.
Um, I know you were mentioned that you were studying art in Prague. There is on Instagram a post that is a canvas with flowers, beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
and you talk about how being perfect was one of your limitations
Mm-hmm.
in art, in in creating.
Mm-hmm.
How this basically this perfectionism was a consequence of some toxic negative comments from an art teacher that I just quote them, he or she, I don't know, said worthless artist.
Uh-huh.
And obviously this is something that it could really affect the way for any person to you know follow
Yeah.
their goals, their dreams. However, it seems like you overcome over the time with this perfectionist, trying to find it in art, and somehow you are right now telling yourself you are an artist,
Finally.
convinced that you are an artist, and being part of an exhibition, selling your paintings all around the world. And I would like you to just say, you as basically in this experience, how you overcome to these comments, and what would be your advice for
Hmm.
people and other artists to ignore these negative comments.
Um, I think the time I was a little bit. I didn't even understand. I showed my painting. I was like, I think it was ocean or like a sea,
Hmm.
and it was very. And I remember like my classmates, they were like, "Oh, how beautiful, how nice," you know. And I was like, "Thank you, I appreciate it." And my teacher said, "Listen, it's nice, but if you bring it to the commission." like to the people, like to the jury, they will say that you have never seen sea or ocean in real life. It's just,
Wow.
like sort of, it doesn't really it wasn't convincing. And I said like, well, okay, whatever. Then as I said, as I mentioned, and you mentioned as well about this, you know, perfect, everything perfect. I had this time in my life when I actually thought that, okay, there should be perfect. There should, like, something should be perfect, or I shouldn't do it at all. And at the point, I got myself in like in a sort of box that I couldn't actually move out from, and I got stuck. I got stuck. I was like, I wasn't really sure where I was going with the art and everything, and it was just like, bad, not bad, but it was experience. But it was, I wasn't painting much that time.
Hmm.
And then at some point I said, even if you're a peach and you're all juicy and all nice and all colorful, there will be always people that hate peaches, that
Yes.
will say it's disgusting. So I said, with art, with people, it's the same.
Yes.
And like, as long as I enjoy it, as long as it brings, like, the process, the result brings me, you know satisfaction, I'm glad, I like it, I'm happy. And if even if one person likes it as well, then I'm happy, even more, because it's nice.
Mm.
And plus, I think, I never, even now, I never wanted, like, to be some sort of famous artist. It's not. It's my passion. I love it. Yes, I sell it as well. If tomorrow I don't sell it, or like in a year I don't sell nothing, anything, I will still continue doing that. It's not. There is no need. Like, people have to understand, I think, and it's like about everything, art and everything, and especially artists, especially those ones who start. You don't need sort of validation from others. Okay, you're a good one. Tick, you're a good artist, so you can continue. You don't need that. People don't need. You don't have to wait for someone to tell you, yes, you are allowed to create art. No.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the answer, I think.
Yeah, this is a very good answer. I love the comparison with a pitch. This is such a good one.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take it. um, let's gonna go for positive things now. Let's gonna talk about Iran.
All right.
Obviously, I'm a big fan of Iran. My connection with Iran is obviously my husband. I've been in Iran a few times, but I'm still thinking I just know 2% of the country because
Yeah.
it's massive. It's every single place is beautiful, and there's so much to know, to visit. Um, I love people, Iranian people. I think for me, Iranians are like the best hosts in the world.
It's true. It's true.
The food is one of my favorites, and I'm from Ecuador, so uh, I have my own sort of taste. I've been living in Spain and in England, and that Mediterranean cuisine, I also love it, but Iranian food is just something else.
Yes.
And but obviously, because my connection to my family there, it takes everything different. And I would like you to mention a little bit about, as a woman, as a tourist, as a traveler, which impressions do you have about Iran when you travel and you were there? Like,
Um, we we entered, I think, Iran. Oh my gosh, I think it was from Turkey we entered. Um, we obviously, whenever we travel, we read, we inform ourselves, and
Mhm.
we obviously we were informed about Iran. And I remember we arrived, it was like after a long journey by bus, and we arrived, there was like, I forgot the name of that city right next to the border. And imagine, I'm a backpacker. I don't like fancy things. I mean, I'm very sort of, when we travel, we are backpackers. That's the way we
Yes,
do it.
you need to be
And
very simple.
yes, and we arrived and we were so tired, and there was like, and we said, taxi driver, just take us to the first hotel, whatever. He took us to a 5-star or 4-star hotel, very fancy, very nice. We stayed there. I mean, it was, I mean, I don't stay in hotels generally, like, and I say it out loud. I mean, I don't. But that time we stayed, and then we started moving around the country, and it was like amazing. As you said, people are extremely friendly. I remember, I think it was in Isfahan. I was sitting, my husband went to buy an ice cream, and I was sitting, just enjoying it. And like some guys, like some people just came by, and they said, like, obviously they understood that I was a foreigner, and they were like, hi, and like, we would like, we saw that you're here, like, how are you? And we became friends. They actually took us around the city. We went to this tea house. I drank
Oh,
like,
tea house, yeah.
it was amazing. Then they said, like, listen, let's go to, like, one of them said, like, let's go to my house. I said, no, no. We said, no, thank you, no, no, no. They brought us to their house. The whole family came to greet us, and like, it was like so nice. They gave us, I don't know, tea, meal,
They are
and
so
everything.
generous.
My gosh, I was shocked. And then, like, another time we met people. We met a very nice person. He said, listen, I have a flat. If you want, you can stay there, and I can show you around. And like, at the point, you say, because we're quite open, we don't think of people like, they have an agenda, never. And in fact, people never have an agenda, like, with us, like, sort of, back in their mind, like something bad. And then, like, amazing, like, seriously amazing. As a woman, I didn't feel like, there is absolutely, everything is absolutely safe. People are extremely friendly. People are, and the women are extremely beautiful there.
Yes, they are.
Because like, with all these, like, they like to, put some makeup, some jewelry as well, like, and we were impressed because we didn't know that.
When did you travel there?
Oh, um, like, I think around 5 years ago.
Okay, yes.
And it's like, it was impressive. People were so sort of free, like, there was, like, even the way they think, like, because again, back here, like, Western world, it is portrayed completely differently,
Exactly.
unfortunately, again. And in reality, people are totally different.
Yeah,
And I'm
completely
impressed.
agree.
I was impressed,
Yes.
like, really, really.
Yes, I think I completely agree with you, Olga. I think Iran is one of those countries that really impress any person who goes there and visits the country. It's a very modern country. If you go to the capital, it's massive, it's
Mm-hmm.
huge, and it's so modern. The streets and everything, and at the same time, it's beautiful. They decorate everything with beautiful flowers. Um, I don't know. There is so much to offer, and as you say, it might be something good that Iran is in the way that I mean, it's not something good really because economically is bad for them, but it's keeping their the unique way of life and culture because
Mm-hmm.
also we
Mm-hmm.
can't compare really with Arabic culture. Sometimes we mislead this because it's in the Middle East. It might
Yeah.
be the
Yeah.
same, but they are completely different cultures. So I'm so glad you went there and having, this conversation with
Yeah,
another
yeah.
woman. I felt exactly the same, safe. I didn't feel, with these sort of restrictions. And yes, it's just I'm an easygoing person, so it might be that something that is not affecting me as much. But yes, it's great to have these sort of things in common with you, so it's good. Um, so we've been talking about your travels, we've been talking about your journey, your exhibitions, and your artwork. I would like to now to go to your most recent project, and thanks to your cousin who she was pushing you to use your designs
Yeah.
in objects. So, if you briefly can just tell us a little bit more about this project, how exactly it's going, and in which stage
Well,
you are.
I'm just still doing like one of them was completed, so it's like this sort of bag with these trees. My cousin has been telling me she's a brilliant designer herself, so she is brilliant, and I always sort of looked up, at her because for me she's really really good, and she used to tell me and still telling me like your sketches should be on something like
Yes,
cups or bags or whatever, and I was like, but it doesn't make much sense, everyone can do that. She was like, no, you have to do it. And eventually I decided to try on this pouch. Now I also would like to make like tote bags, which is like because of my eco friendly and everything. So I would like to create some tote bags. And most likely, this is already coming from my husband. Though he told me you have to
the
make
strategic
like
guy.
yes, some cups and mugs and everything. So yeah, I'm trying to see what designs I can put on
Perfect.
things.
And if we are interested to get buy these objects with your designs, it is in which platform we should
This
go.
one, for example, this one is already on Etsy,
Okay.
so you can. I mean, it's available there.
So Etsy will
Once,
be the place to
yes.
buy. Okay, perfect. Because I wasn't sure, as it's a little bit different to the watercolors, if it was also there or not
No,
on
I
Etsy.
decided to put everything there, so it's easier,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
not to
absolutely. And
separate.
Etsy is an amazing platform to find these sort of things, and also to find an artist. It's really really positive. Um, you just mentioned, Olga, something about being eco friendly. Um, you when you mention things about yourself, you also mentioned you are eco-friendly, and for me, when I got the purchase here in Oxford, I love it every single bit because everything was plastic free. Everything was very. There were lots of beautiful details, and that you made it. So I really like the way you package the packaging you have. And this is because it's following you the idea of being responsible with Mother Earth, with the Pachamama, as I call it.
Exactly.
Um, and I just would like you to let us know like the steps or habits you change to become more responsible with the environment.
I've always been sort of cautious about this. I try to avoid plastic, like even packaging, as much as I can. But when it comes to packaging, so I said, like, when you order something from, I don't know, AliExpress, for example, how this detail comes in this much
Yeah.
plastic, and it bothered me, honestly. It bothered me, and I said, so now I'm there, but I'm selling. So do I really want people to receive a painting covered with plastic and
Yes.
everything?
Ugh.
And I said, I really don't want to do that. And I was like, just, thinking, how can I, change this? So I said, instead of buying new envelopes that are still have plastic bubbles inside, like, or instead of buying new paper, even though they're paper, cardboard, paper, what's the name, boxes, I said, there are so many boxes that I have at home, that I have in the garage, that I
Yes.
can, I started taking them, and I have this paper, and basically I started creating sort of like this sort of like panels.
Mm-hmm.
Then I put, I have,
Yeah, you
this is,
protect very well the
I
painting.
have like a paper as well that I pack, and then I bought these. Um, they're not plastic. These are biodegradable, recyclable bags.
Oh,
So
great.
where I can put my paintings. Plus, I actually also bought this as well. Like instead of normal tape, like plastic tape, I
Hmm.
have this one, which
Oh, yes.
is it's amazing, and I love the color. It's so authentic, I think. And like to make, because packaging is also
It's
it's
your
an
brand.
experience, exactly, and it's an experience. When you open, you say, oh, how nice. I've also these one as well. I bought them all from there's a nice, very nice UK website. They have everything like plastic free, and they have even like jute twine like this, which is basically plastic free as well.
Hmm.
And then I was thinking, okay, maybe I should also create something like personal, like my stickers.
Hmm.
And I found again like on Etsy, because I decided to to buy it on Etsy as well. There's like a company, like people that are doing that, and they created nice stickers with my logo like
I
this.
know. And
And
that's the girl with the beret.
exactly, that's her. And eventually, I I don't have any plastic thing in my packaging, and which makes me happy, because we sort of need to be responsible, in a way. And if I have to sell, if I sell, if I send something to another person, so I might as well think about how
Yes,
properly
of
send
course.
it. Obviously, it's secured.
Yes.
I make sure that it's nicely packed and everything.
And people like me we really appreciate that because
I'm glad.
it's it's something that sometimes you can't really control. You need to order something and
Hmm.
you like the product, and sometimes it's ticking all the boxes you already think of, like it's eco, it's vegan, or it's this and that, but then suddenly arrives in hundreds of plastic packaging, and it's just destroying for everything else you were looking for.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and it's just like it makes everything like the meaning is getting lost when you
Exactly.
find this sort of thing. So I really appreciate you are doing the whole journey
Thank
like
you.
that, and it's amazing. um Finally, Olga, we have three followers who sent a few questions, and
Hmm.
I think we can answer. If you can answer these questions,
Yeah.
then finally we will be free. So Judith is asking the most interesting place or a spot you have been or discovered.
um, well, as I said, there are so many,
Exactly.
but like for example, let's take this year. We went to Iceland,
Mhm.
and I fell in love. Just, it's just incredible. You say like it's in Europe, but it's like another planet.
Yeah, it's just in Europe, but it's kind of hidden. I don't know why. No.
Exactly, and it's like at the point I was so impressed. I said I want to live here. That's it. I told my husband. I said let's ask our cat sitter to send our cats here, and we stay here. That's it. it's amazing, really. This was like a huge, like, let's say, discovery this year,
Hmm.
and I was, as I said, I was extremely lucky that we managed, to go in this period
Yes,
of time.
I saw the stories. I really enjoyed your travel there. Uh, Mary Berry One, she's asking, who would you make a portrait of?
Interesting.
Very interesting question.
Um, I did obviously a lot of portraits of my family and friends. I think now uh, that just now we mentioned eco and nature and environment. Um, I would probably do David Attenborough.
Oh, amazing.
I love
I love him too.
he's a living legend, and I'm so grateful that people like him exist, and just he's really really amazing,
Yes,
and his contribution is just to the whole world. I think it's just
yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Mm.
Well, good choice. Absolutely. And the last question is a country you want to visit after COVID.
All right, so a lot of travels this year that I planned got cancelled, obviously, and we had to play around a little bit. I think I would really like to. I want to visit everything, but I would really like to go probably. I don't know. Madagascar, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I don't know. There are like these trees. I forgot how they call them.
Mm, I
They're
don't
very
know.
specific. They're huge. I wanted to see them like for a long time, and yes, probably. But otherwise, I think everywhere. Um, and and Greenland, I think.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Because
good
once
places.
once I met a person from there, and it seemed to me very authentic, that place,
Yes,
and it should be amazing.
yeah, I bet it is. Um, well, I think we ran out of questions. I'm not sure if you want to tell us, Olga, about any other project that you are working on. I'm not sure.
To be honest, at the moment, I actually my last post was about this, that this year was, it still is, quite eventful, and
Good.
um, and this at this particular point in time, I said it's time for me, to rest a little bit.
Yes.
I take it easy. I keep my diaries. I I draw something, but I realized that after doing so much, you need some rest, even
You
if
need.
it's your favorite thing.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes,
So
completely agree.
I
Yeah.
now I'm taking it easy. It's the end of the year, so just some relaxing, some
Charging
just
batteries, basically.
exactly. That's the thing. Yeah.
And that's the, a good cycle and a good healthy process for any
Mhm.
person, but obviously especially for an artist.
Mhm.
To charge all those crystals, batteries, and to renew
Exactly.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to everybody who is listening this and is watching us this live, I really invite everybody to follow Olga, also known as Gingerio.
Perfect.
So Gingerio is a platform that you can find on Instagram, on Facebook, the website, TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube. Olga has it all. You can find it any platform,
Everywhere.
everywhere. And if you prefer to contact her directly, you can also do it by email from her website. I will really suggest everybody to follow Olga on Instagram because it's the place where we can find out the newest information. And obviously, it is always easy to just go and check the what is happening,
Is going on. Yes.
what is going on exactly. Um, So yes, I don't know, Olga, if you would like to add anything else.
I think no. I think we covered a lot of things actually, which
Yes,
was very nice and well, I'm very grateful. Thanks a lot for that.
you're welcome.
Yeah, I think it was amazing. And if we manage to save this, it would be also nice.
Yes,
Like
I
the
mean it will be saved on my account,
mhm
and I will
mhm
share it. So I will tag you so you can also try to share it on your platform. Instagram doesn't allow anyone who is doing a live to download it on your videos
mhm
on your mobile, but let's hope this is changing. But yes, it's still gonna be on my account. So I also it's a good opportunity to ask everybody who is um, enjoying these sort
mhm
of
mhm.
conversations to share with people. Um, maybe an artist who needs some motivation. Maybe you know someone who needs to buy special gifts now in Christmas. So please have a look to this video. It could be now, it could be later. And yes, just share the love of these amazing artists, and this platform that is Los Amigos de Angie, Angie's Friends, that is made to know people better, to support each other, and to create a better community of friendship and a good relationships
Yeah,
between all of
it's
us.
very nice. It's very nice. You had a brilliant idea, I must say. It's
Uh,
very, very nice.
thanks, Olga. And I will say, well, this is the end, and and it has been so beautiful to talk to you.
Yes.
It has been a really nice conversation. Some people they say that it was a nice talk, and we have quite a few people here connected. So thank you to all of
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Yes,
Yes, yes, that's nice.
and
Thanks.
and yes, today is Friday, so people, happy Friday. Enjoy the weekend and see you soon. I've never said goodbye. See you soon and have a wonderful, wonderful life. And be
You too.
eco.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye, Olga.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
everybody.
Thank you.
Besitos. Ciao.